Hey guys, Ron Douglas here. Just wanted to go through this, create this quick live stream video, just to talk about what's on my mind. We just finished up our Webinar Con event. It's our fifth annual event. Man, I think this was the best one we ever did. Feedback was tremendous. People loved it. A lot of people learned a lot of stuff and made a bunch of business deals, and we facilitated all that, and just feels good to bring people together, have a lot of fun, make a lot of money, and it's a great event. The thing I liked about this event is, most people think WebinarCon is just an event for people that have webinars, but no, it's an event for people that want to use webinars as well. You don't have to necessarily have one, as long as you have a product or a business or something that's available to sell. You can learn how to implement webinars to it, so you don't have to be one of the big webinar players to go. We actually had a webinar workshop with a bunch of the legends in the webinar space teaching, and they just kind of gave extra time. Like, they didn't have to be on this panel, this webinar workshop panel talking about webinar frameworks, stuff like that. They didn't have to do it, but they stayed extra time because they wanted to give back, and it was just a really cool thing, and I really appreciate them. It was Mike Filsame, founder of EverWebinar, Webinar Jam, been doing online marketing forever. He's a legend. Rich Sheffrin, the guru to the top gurus online. He's a pioneer of the automated webinar. Jason Fladlin, he holds the record for webinars and webinar revenue for webinar launches. He's a brilliant guy. Dan Lehman, these guys are spending $100,000 a day promoting webinars, and he's writing the webinars for that. My buddy Onyx Singal, a partner in Webinar Con, he's been killing it with webinars for a long time. And myself, I'm up there with all these amazing people talking shop, and it was just a super cool thing. Yeah, and I think I held my own. I learned a lot from these guys, but some of them, I mean, I've been doing it way before them, right? So, like, I've been doing this since 2001. So, the Fladlins and the Phil Sames and Dan Lehmans, and they all came after me. I think me and Rich Sheffrin started the same year. So I'm an OG. But today, what I wanted to talk about, and the title of this was, if you're going through hell, keep going, right? No use stopping, right? If you're going through something in life, the best thing you can do is just keep moving. Fall down 7 times and get up 8. Keep going, and don't stop and accept the current situation that you're in. Keep moving, keep doing something, keep walking towards a goal, walking towards a path that's going to get you out of your situation. Stop, don't be stagnant, and just accept the worst parts of your life. Do something about it. Keep moving. And like a lot of these guys at Webinar Con, some of them, many of them have guys I just mentioned have done hundreds of millions of dollars in sales online. And, a lot of them didn't keep the money. Some of them, ended up spending it all, or going through lawsuits, or going through different things, bad business partnerships, uh, one thing after the next, where they just still need money today. So you think, how can someone make $100 million and still need money? Well, just look at Mike Tyson, right? He made 300 million. He just fought. He had to do a fight at 58 years old because he needed to get some relief financially. So if you're going through hell, keep going. Like, a lot of these guys, they all have their own story, right? They say if everybody put their problems on the table, you'll gladly take your problem back. You don't want any of these other problems, right? So you're not the only one going through stuff. If you're going through something right now, it's just a part of the game. Like, you can't get to success, you can't get to millions without going through something. For me, it was an 11-year-long lawsuit with a former partner who got real jealous and wanted to sue me for revenue and sales that I made that he had nothing to do with. Uh, that was happening. But fortunately, I never had any health issues, knock on wood, no relationship issues. My wife, I've been with her for 26 years. She's my rock, no issues there. So it's like they say, life is like balancing these juggling these balls, right? One of the balls is uh, health. One of them is money. One of them is relationships, and another one is your sanity, right? So you're juggling all these balls, and all you know, like money, you can drop money and get more money, right? Relationships, you can get other relationships, but health, if you drop that, you're screwed, right? So that's a glass ball, right? So once that falls, uh, it's no getting it back like uh like the other ones can bounce back. But all of them are super important. But every person on that stage at WebinarCon had been through something. Like my buddy Phil Same, he'd been through bad partnerships, lawsuits, legal issues, investing, and bad investments, all type of stuff. My buddy Fladlin was on stage. He's been through some real serious uh, personal issues. I don't want to tell his business, but some serious stuff with his family that he had to deal with, and everybody had to deal with stuff. It's just a part of the game. You're not going to make it out, make millions without dealing with it. So just know that if you're going through something, other people are too. Uh, it's just part of it. Overcoming obstacles, overcoming problems, and if you need to speak to somebody, speak to somebody. Get help. People genuinely want to help other people, right? Especially if they see themselves in you, because everybody's fighting their own personal battle that you might not see, and don't think you're alone. So that's all I had today. I mean, I wanted to talk a little bit about WebinarCon and about the problems that people are going through. Especially, this was a tough year for a lot of people. Um, I did pretty well this year. It wasn't a record year for us, but it was a decent year. I mean, could have made a lot more money. I did a lot of traveling this year. I have no regrets about that at all. Like, I turned 50 this year. I was all over the world traveling, Ibiza and Monaco and Dubai and Greece and Turkey and Italy and all these different places, Cabo. And if you go back to November of last year, I was in Morocco and Egypt. And so it's been an amazing run. And for me, it's just like, for my wife and I, it's like our kids are finally old enough where we could leave them at home. We have a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old, so we can kind of just leave them at home now and travel. So we're making up for a lot of lost time. So appreciate that. It's not about how much you make. It's really about how you spend your time. And the older you get, the more you realize you don't have a whole lot of it left, and you don't have a whole lot of good years left, right? If you're feeling good, if you're able, get out and enjoy it, because you don't know how many good years you're gonna have left. Like, you could live to 100, but that doesn't, if I'm 50 now and I live to 100, that doesn't mean I have 50 good years left. Good years where I have energy, where I feel up to going out doing things, where I have my faculties, my mind, and my ability to just enjoy life. You only get so many good years. So a lot of the problems that we think we have are just based on our own expectations of how things should be. So for better or worse, expectations help you in achieving things, but they also can be a source of depression and making yourself feel a certain way. So give yourself some grace. Don't beat yourself up. Everybody's walking a different path. We all get to our destination at different times. We're not all on the same race, not on the same path. We all get to our destination where we're trying to go in life at different times. So if you didn't get there yet, it's just, other people got there before you. But just because it seems like they're there, don't try to, don't assume that they don't have issues and stuff that you wouldn't have wanted to go through that's on their path. So don't do comparisons. Make your own path, walk your own path, do your own journey, keep the faith, and you're gonna get there. So that's all I had today. Appreciate you listening to this, and we'll talk to you again next time. You find this exit button. Take care.